it's just natural sometimes when you earn a lot.
Yeah.
You want to live life.
You want to live life.
You know, so-
and there is nothing wrong. Yeah, and there is nothing wrong with living life.
That's true.
You just need to make sure that the balance sheet is balanced. That's it. So if, for example, you are earning £4,000 or $4,000, because this is for a wider audience. So you are earning $4,000 every month, and your income, your car payment, your insurance, your mortgage, everything that is going out of your account is about 4,700. It doesn't matter how much you are earning, my friend.
Yes.
You are in the negative.
Yes.
You can't run a business that way. You can't run your life that way. So if you're having high living expenses because you want to measure up with the Joneses, because you've suffered so much, now it's time to compensate yourself. Because sometimes I think that's another reason.
Yes.
I think us as young people, you get to that point where you feel, you've been in poverty for a while. You've been in lack for a while. Now you have a good job. You need to spoil yourself a little. Sometimes we begin to behave like we have arrived earlier than when we arrived. Sometimes we begin to behave like we have arrived earlier than when we have actually arrived. All right. So how do I define arriving? Arriving is, for us, is when the income that is coming in through passive income, active income, is like 2 or 3 times more than your monthly expenses. That's when you know that you are beginning to scratch the surface. All right. So if, like Jay-Z would say, if you cannot afford to buy something twice, you can't afford it. If you cannot afford to pay for something twice, you cannot afford
That's
it. So
a tough one.
yeah, so that's a benchmark to begin to use to measure yourself. So you get to that point where your living expenses, you know you cannot afford a certain neighborhood, but because you want to put on this impression, you want to create this social media platform, social media lifestyle, you move to a bedroom or a number of 7 bedroom, 4 bedroom, 5 bedroom that you know that you barely scratch the surface. Today. So you now put yourself in that situation whereby you are constantly having to work to be able to pay the bills, to be able to sustain that lifestyle, to be able to maintain the car payments. 2002, the latest model, 2003, the latest model, you have to have it. That's absolutely fine. Now you are working so hard, you don't have time for your spouse. You don't have time for the people around you. You are snapping, you are constantly under pressure, you are constantly worrying about the next direct debit that is leaving your account. You might have financial cash, but social capital, life, quality of life is dwindling, and that's what is going to help you to earn. So that's what we mean by that. You need to make sure that your account is balanced. In other words, income or assets is higher than your liabilities. Very
I was
basic.
just going to say that. Make sure the sheet's balanced.
Fantastic.